Carl Schuckert back again for another fantastic, wonderful, stupendous training on the app. Now on the top right hand corner you could see like a little 3 lines there. It's basically a button that you open up. So when you open that button up, we're going to go ahead and look at the search lead, and then we'll talk about the create lead on the next video. So on here on search lead, you can search based off of all of these reasons that you want. Now if you just wanted to look at new leads for whatever reason, you could hit new and then hit search. And literally all of your new leads are going to pop up. Now if you notice a little clock thing that goes around there, basically what that does is just finding more data. Like it'll just keep going and keep going and keep going. Now like I said on the web application video training, I mentioned that you want to narrow down your leads. So let me narrow down my leads to a more workable stack of leads. So I want to keep new, 89523 is the zip code. That's one of the best ways to do it. You can do it any way you want. If you wanted to just quickly find a lead, you could do it by the name. You could do it by the business name. You could just work a state, look at the state. If you know a phone number, if you know the lead owner, if you want to look on sources only, that's another great way. Like if I just want to work source 1, new, zip code, that's really going to narrow down. The source thing is great because once you've identified your highest closing ratio and what type of lead type, that's the first lead in the day I'm going to work before I go into my other lead types. You can also look for lead types based off of date ranges. Maybe you just want to work leads that came in to your, that's another thing that I would do is I would want to work leads that came in like this last week. So I would actually go in here and I'd pick the dates that I wanted to work in. But I'm going to leave them blank for now. So let's just search based off of that. Now I know I don't have a lot of leads based off that criteria, so that's why I wanted to search based off those numbers. Now I should be able to see all the leads that I have in this area, and I think that's about it. Let's see. Nope, there's a few more. See, it's completely just narrowing down these leads for me. So yeah, so there they are. These are all the leads in the database in this particular zip code that are new, that I've never worked before. And like I said, I'm gonna want to work these type of leads first. Okay, so like I was saying here, when you've narrowed down the leads that you want to work, you can see that it has all the same functions that you had on the dashboard with the lead. Like I've been saying when I built this thing is that I wanted it to be easy for people to use and effective and be able to save them time from going forward and backwards and all that stuff. So I don't need to go in what all those do, but I will show you how to look at routes. Like if you wanted to just look at some places in this territory, if you were going to drive out to them, and you kind of wanted to see like who's closer and who's further, well, this is going to do that for you. So now that it's shown me that this is all the leads and the data on there, where it says 8 up there, whoops, push the wrong button, where it says 8 up on top, just click that little red 8 button. And then what's going to happen is it's going to ask you for your location. Make sure you say yes. And then it's going to show you all the leads. Now, the problem is you can see here that some of them say not available. That means that there's something wrong. Like, you see where it says like United States and the zip code and it's got dashes and stuff in there? It's not recognizing that because of those dashes that are in there and the number sign and stuff like that are in there. I can go ahead and edit that lead. I can go back and edit those leads and make sure that that's fixed. But I think I showed you that in another training. So on this, what you want to do is just quickly just hit remove. Okay, and remove. Okay, and then you scroll down and then you hit go to map. All right, so now what it's going to do is going to show you where your current location is, and it's also going to show you these leads. Now I live in Lake Tahoe, so it's going to be, it's going to show quite a bit of a distance, but where I'm from is Reno, so you can see here these leads are all the leads. Let's say I just wanted to work in that area. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, right? 6. Yep, because I took 2 out, which I had 8. So, I could go back and look at that, but I could see like right here, this is the closest to furthest. I can actually go back and it's going to remember those 8 until I take them out. And I can look at those 8 leads and I can actually see the distance besides the ones that aren't available. So sometimes it'll actually keep that in there, but the ones that are available, I can actually see the distance, and it's going to show you closest to furthest. All right. So you can see this one is, 56 miles. That's the closest one from my current location. So I know that like I could actually work that one, and from there I can actually route. So you see a little routing button. You can actually press that button, it'll route to me, or I can call. I can hit that button and it'll call out directly through my cell phone. So that way you still have access to most of the features that you need to have access to at this point. All right, now that's pretty much it. One thing you want to make sure to do is you go back, and when you do go back, you want to make sure that you uncheck these. That way it takes them out of that map for you. We are working on a feature that it'll be like literally one button, and on that one button, you'll actually be able to uncheck everything with one button. But until then, this is how the system works. Hope this one made a lot of sense for you. And whenever I click down, it's going to make that wheel. But the next training we're going to talk about is the creating lead. And that way you can create leads on the fly. It's pretty self-explanatory, but I still wanted to have a training on it. So we'll see you then. This is Carl Schuckert, over and out. Talk to you soon.